Alright, Shalom, Shalom. It's Brother Tazadak here with Israel. I'd like to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone. Today we're going to go into Numbers chapter 17, going into the Hebrew. So Lord willing, you're edified. Giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone. Let's get right into it. This is Numbers chapter 17, verse 1, and it reads, Wayadabar Yahweh al Mashah la'amar. And he spoke the Lord unto Moses to say, Amar al Eliezer, say unto Eliezer, the son of Aaron, ban Aran, the priest, ha kahan, Wayaram atha ha Machatath, right? And that he lift up to the censers from between the burning, right? Bayan means between, Hasharapa, right? The burning, because the word sharap means to burn, right? As in between the fire, right? Wa'ata ha'ash, to the fire you will scatter afar off. Zara, meaning to scatter. Hala, meaning afar off. Because it is sanctified. Kaya Kodashwa. Atha Machatath, to the censers of the sinners these. Ha Chatayim Ha Alha, upon their soul, right? Banapashtham, meaning to the censers of the sinners that have sinned upon their soul, right? Wa Ishwa Atham, and make unto them, right? Require, right? Meaning broaden. Pachim means spread out, right? As in to broaden the censers by hammering onto them in order to spread them out and to make one whole sheet. To what? To cover the altar, right? Tapia la mazabach, right? Because the root of that word tap is tapan, or salakia, tazapanya, right? The root is tazapan, meaning to cover, right? Or to overlay, in this case, right? La mazabach, to the altar, right? Now we're going to go into that word require, right? Because we went over in the previous video that word bakwai, meaning to cleave asunder. Then you have thakwai, which literally means to strike, right? Strike a nail or to blow a trumpet, right? So that word require means to broaden, right? We're going to go into that word, right? And the word pachium, the root is pachach, meaning to spread out, right? Let's get that real quick, Salakia. Let's see. Require, which is Strong's H755. Require, it says thin plates, right? Require expansion. Require beaten out broad, right? And the root is Strong's H7554, which means what? To beat, to strike the earth with the feet, not necessarily. To spread out by beating, right? So it just means to spread out, right? And the precepts answer to that definition as well, right? Because what does it say in Job 37:18? Hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong as a molten looking glass, right? Which is the firmament, right? Um, let's see. The Syriac says, require, to press down, right? As in, right, to broaden, right? Because that's what it actually says in the book of Job 37:18. Has thou with him broadened the sky, which is strong as a molten looking glass, right? That's what it's saying, right? To broaden, right? Because the reason why it starts with the Ra, which means head, right? So it's in the sense of the head being striking the head or the tip of an item in order to spread it out, right? Or in a sense, in general, right, to broaden, right? Now, let's see, Salakia. Let's look at that word, pacha, right, which is Strong's H6341. It says pacha, pachayim, pachaya, meaning a net, a snare, not necessarily, right? Let's go into the root. Pachach, right? To spread out, right? So that's what it means, to spread out. So in essence, it would actually say broaden plates, right? Or literally to broaden, to make broad and spread out, right? But something that is spread out is in the sense of a plate, which would be used to cover the altar, right? Kaya ha kwaryabma, right? Because it has been brought near before the Lord, Lapanaya Yahweh, and has been sanctified, Wayakwadashwa, Wayahayawa, right? And will be for a sign, La'awath, to the sons of Israel, right? Verse 4, Wayakwach Eliezer HaKahan, and he took Eliezer the priest to the censers, Atha Machathath, of bronze, Ha Nachashtha, which were brought near unto the fire, right? Salakia, which he came near unto the fire, unto the burning, Ashar, Hakwaryabwa, Hasharapium, right? And he broadened them, right? Wayerequium, for a covering for the altar, right? Tazapaya la mazabach, right? Or you can say overlay the altar, right? To cover, to overlay, right? That's what it actually means, right? To overlay, right? This is why the north is also known as Tazapan, because it is the overlaying of the skies, right? um, Zakaran Labanaya Yasha'ala, right? For a remembrance to the sons of Israel, right? Lamayan Ashar La'a Yakwarab, so that which they will not bring near a man strange or a man an alien, right? Ayash Zar, right? Which is not of the seed of Aaron. Ashar La'a Mazarai Aaron, right? It's a lot, yeah. Hawa, uh, let's see. You two offer. So it says, Hawa, meaning that is, right? Um, to offer incense, Laha Quatayar, Quatarath, before the Lord, La Panaya Yahweh, Wala'a Yahaya, Ka Korach, and will not be like Korah, and like his company, Waka Idathwa, Ka Ashar, like which spoke unto the Lord, like which spoke the Lord, the Bar Yahweh, in the hand of Moses unto them. Bayad Mashah Lawa, right? Salakia. Get back to that. All right. Verse 6. Waya Lanawa, right? Meaning, and they tarried all the company of the sons of Israel, call Idath Benaiah Yasha'ala, right? The day after, Ma Maharath, beside Moses and beside Aaron, Al Mashah wa Al Aaron, to say unto them, La Amar Atham, right? You have killed to the people of the Lord. Ha Matham Atha Aim Yahweh, right? Wa Yahaya Ba Ha Kohal, right? And it came to pass upon gathering the company Ha'ida against Moses, Al Mashah, wa Al Aaron, and upon Aaron, right? And they turned to the tent of assemblage, wa Yapanwa, Al Achal, Mawa'id, and behold, Wahana covered the cloud, Kasawa, Ha'ainan, and appeared the glory of the Lord, right? And he appeared the glory of the Lord, right? Wa Yara'ah Kabad Yahweh. Wa Yaba'ah Moshe Wa Aaron, and he entered Moses and Aaron, or Salakia, and he went in, Aaron, Moses and Aaron, before the tent of assemblage, right? Wa Yaba'ah Moshe Wa Aaron, Al Panaya Achal Mawa'id, right? Wa Yadabar Yahweh Al Moshe La Amar, and he spoke the Lord unto Moses to say, Haramwa Matawak Ha'ida, meaning lift yourself up from the midst of the company, this Hazath, and I will consume them, Wa Akala Atham, in the blink of an eye, ka ragai, right? Or it will read like at an instant, right? Waya pa'alwa, and they fell upon their faces, al panayahum. Waya amar Mashah al Aaron, and he said Moses unto Aaron, take to the censers, right? Quach atha ha machatha, right? Or Salakia, take to a censer, to the censer, and place upon it a fire, right? Watan aliyah ash, from upon the altar, ma'al hamazabach, and place incense, right? Wa shayam quatarath, and go quickly. Wa halak mahara. Salakia, bear with me. To the company al ha'ida, and atone upon them. Wa kapar alayahum. Kaya yataza'ah, because it's gone out the indignation. Ha quatazapah, Salakia, from before the Lord. La ma lapanaya yasha'at Yahweh, Salakia. And and it has begun hachal, the plague, ha nagap, right? So that word nagap means to smite, but it also denotes when a plague is sent out from the Lord, right? Verse 12, Wayakwach Aaron ka ashar dabar Mashah, and he took Aaron, like which he had spoken Moses, and he ran to the midst of the assemblage, Wayaratazah al Thawak Hakwahal. Wahana, and behold, it had begun Chachal, the plague, Ha Nagap, upon the people. Ba'im Wayatan Atha Hakwatarath, and he placed to the incense, and he atoned upon the people. Wayakapar al Ha'im. Waya Imad Bayan Hamathium, and he stood between the dead and between the living. Wabayan Hachayayam, and was shut the plague. Watha Itazar Ha Magapa, right? Right, so that word is Nagap, the root, right? Which is the same thing, Nagap, or, right, Magap, right? Just means plague. The word Itazar means to shut or to close more properly, right? So Pathak would be open. Itazar means to shut or to close, right? Why Yahayawa Hamathium, and it came to pass the dead, and they were the dead, and it came to pass those that died in the plague, Ba Magapa, were Arabaya Ishar 14 alap 1,000, right? Washabai and 700 Ma'ath. Malabad, meaning beside the dead, beside those that died, Hamathium, upon the matter of Korah, Al-Dabar Korach. Wayashab Aaron al-Mashah, And he returned Aaron unto Moses to the door of the tent of assemblage, al pathach achal mawa'id, and the plague was shut in, right? Waha magapa na itazara, right? Or you could say the plague was ceased, right? Waya dabar Yahweh al Bashar la Amar, and he spoke the Lord unto Moses to say, Dabar al Benaya Yasha'ala, speak to the children of Israel, Wakwach Matam Mata, and they take from them a scepter, Mata Labayath Abba, a scepter to the house of their father, right? From all their rulers, Ma'ath call Nashayahum, to the house of their fathers, Labayath Abatham. 12 scepters, Shanayim, Ishar, Matawath, right? A man to his name, Ayash Atha Shamwa, he will write upon his scepter, Thakathab al Matawa, right? Wa Atha Sham Aren Thakathab, right? And to the name of Aaron, right, will be written Thakathab upon the scepter of Levi, Al Mata Lawaya, Kaya Mata Achad, because the scepter one would be to the house of your father, Labra Ash, or to the head of the house of your father, right? To your fathers, Salakia. So it says, because the scepter one will be to the head, the house of your fathers, right? Labra Ash, Bayath, Abatham. Waha Nachatham, and cause it to rest in the tent of assemblage, Ba'achal Mawa'id, before the testimony, La Panaya Ha'aidath, Ashar Iwad, which I will assemble unto you there. Iwad Lakam Shama. Wahaya Ha'ayash Ashar, it will come to pass the man which I will choose upon him, Abachar Bawa, his scepter will bloom, right? Matawa Yaparach, right? Or to flourish, his scepter will flourish. But the word parach, it means to bloom, right? Or flourish. More properly, to bloom. Waha Shakathia, and I will draw out, right, from upon me, Ma'alia, right, to your tarrying, Atha Thalanath, right, to the tarrying of the sons of Israel, Benaiah Yasha'ala, right, Ashar Hama, which they have tarried, Layanam, upon you, Layakam, right? So Moses is speaking on behalf of the Lord, right? And because the children of Israel, they knew they were going to go back to the wilderness, right? Because they refused to go up and to take the land which the Lord had given them, right? So they were procrastinating, coming up with all kinds of rebellion, right? Tempting the Lord over and over again, right? Even after he slew, right, those at Korah, right? And even before that, right? Various times in the wilderness. They refused to obey his voice, right? So the Lord said, right, through the hand of Moses, take each man a staff, write your name on it, and place it, right, inside inside the tabernacle, right? And those he who I will choose, right, which is why Moses said that, because that is through the word of the Lord, right, that his scepter will flourish, right? So it says, so when it says, right, that you have tarried, right, they were just making up all kind of excuses, procrastinating, right? So let's see, let's get that word. We're going to go into that word, Hashakathia, right? Let's get that actually, Salakia. Which the blue letter says, right, that it means, right, they have no entry for it actually, right? It says decrease, abate, right, which is not correct, right? We're going to show you, Salakia, I clicked on the wrong thing. First, let's get that word, draw out. Salakia. Which is where Moses got his name, right? The root is Mashak, right? Ma meaning of, Shak means to draw out, right? Salakia, let's get that. Mashak, to draw out, right? Defer, right? Right. So Mashak, to draw, right? And let's get that. Go back to the precept. Salakia, this is what I was gonna do. We're gonna compare it with other precepts, right? That are using that same word or wording. Shakak, which is really should read Shaka, right? Genesis 8:1, right? Let's get that actually. Wayazakar Alahayim Atha Nakah, and they remembered the powers unto Noah. Wa Atha call Hachaya, and to all the living. Wa Atha call Ha-Bahama, and to all beasts. Ashar Athawa, right? Which were with them in the ark. Ba Thaba, right? And cause to cross, right? Waya Ibar, the powers Alahayim, to a wind, Rakha, upon the earth. Al Ha'arataza, Wayashakwa, right? Hamayim, right? And we're drawing out the waters, as in from the flood, right? Let's go back. Esther chapter 2 and verse 1 says, Akar Hadabarium Ha'alha, after the word these, right? Kashak, meaning like which had withdrawn the anger, Hamath, of the king, Hamalak, Archerices, Ahasuerus, right? Which is Sharash, uh, remembered to Vashti, Zakar, Atha, Washathia, Wa'atha, Ashar, Aishatha, and to which um, she had done, right? Wa'atha, Ashar, and to which um, was decreed Nagazar upon her, Eliah, right? So that word is in the sense to withdraw, right? It could be water, anger, whatever the case may be. Let's get one more, or a couple more, since it's only a few other verses. Esther chapter 7 and 10, right? Waya Thalawa, and they suspended to Haman, Atha Haman, as in they hung him upon a tree, Al-Atazah, Ashar Hakayan, which he prepared for Mordecai, La Maradakia, Wa Hamath, Ha-Malak, and the anger of the king was withdrawn. Shakah, right? We're drawn out, right? We're drawn back, right? You can't always go by what the blue letter says, right? You have to know root words, right? What the blue letter does is it complicates with these dubious etymologies, right? Let's see, Jeremiah 5 and 26. Kaya na mataza'awa, because is found upon my people, Ba'amya, wickedness, Rashayim, Yashawar, meaning they search, right? Like one who draws out, Kashak, right? Snares, Yaquashium, right? Ha Tazayabwa, to make to stand, right? As in snares, to make them, to set them up, right? To make to stand, right? Snares to destroy. Ma Shakayath, right? The root is Shakath, meaning to destroy, right? To destroy men, Anashium, right? Which they take. Yalakad, which they take them, right? Yalakadwa, the word lakad means to take, right? Salakia. So, see, where were we? So Moses said, Salakia, and it will come to pass, the man which I will choose upon him, his scepter will flourish, and I will withdraw from upon me to the Tarian from the sons of Israel, which they have tarried upon you, right? Wayadabar Masha al-Banaya Yasha'ala. He spoke Moses to the sons of Israel, right? Wayathanwa al-Yawa, right? And they placed unto him all the rulers, called Nashaya Ayaham, a scepter unto ruler, Mata la Nashaya, one, Achad, a scepter to ruler one, Mata la Nashaya, Achad. Labayath, Abatham, to the house of their fathers, 12 scepters. Shenayim, Ishar, Matawath, Wa Aaron, Bathawak, and the scepter of Aaron was in the midst of their scepters. Matatham, Wayanach, Mashah, Atha, Hamatath, and he calls the rest Moses to the scepters before the Lord, Lapanaya, Yahweh, in the tent of the testimony, Ba'achol Ha'idath, Wayahaya, Macharath, and it came to pass the day after, and he entered Moses to the tent of the testimony, Wayaba'a Mashah al-Achal Ha'idath, Wahana Parach Mata Aaron, and behold, had blossomed, or Salaka had bloomed, the scepter of Aaron, to the house of Levi, Labayath, Lawaya, Wayataza'ah, Parach, and came forth, right, a sprout, right, which is, right, the first signs of a plant growing, right. But really, it should say and came out, right, and bloomed, right. Waya taza, right, and blossomed, right. Right, because that word taz means something that blossoms, right. If used in a variety of applications, you can look up the previous video, right, to get the understanding, right. So it says, and it blossomed, right, and produced, right, which is Waya taza, or Salaki, Waya taza, taza, right. So it says, and blossomed, or you can just say, and blossomed, a blossoming, right? Or and it blossomed and brought forth, right? Which is easier, right? And it blossomed and brought forth, right? Waya gamal, and yielded, right? Because that word gamal means to reward or camel. But in this case, it yielded what? Almonds, shaquadium, right? And actually, how you would read that, Wayatazataz, Tazayataz, right? So it says, and it blossomed, bringing forth, and it yielded almonds. Wayataza'ah, Mashah, Atha Kal Hamatath, and he came out Moses with all of the scepters, right, from before the Lord, Malapanaya Yahweh, to all the sons of Israel, all called Benaiah Yasha'ala, and they saw Wayera'awa, and they took to a man to a scepter, Wayekwahwa Ayash Matawa, right? So it should read, and they took a man to a scepter. Waya Amar Yahweh al Mashah, he said the Lord unto Moses, return to the scepter of Aaron, Hashab Atha Mata Aaron, before the testimony, right? Lapanaya Ha'idath, Lama Shamarath, right? to keep for a sign to the sons of rebellion, La Awath, La Benaiah, Maria, right? So that's what it means. The Lord called the children of Israel, or the sons of Israel, sons of rebellion. Wath call Thalawan Thum, which is really should be read Thalan Thum, right? And it says, and to all of those that tarried unto you from upon me, right? Ma'alia, and they will not die. Wala'a Yamathwa. Waya'ash Mashah Ka Ashar Tazawa Yahweh, meaning, and he did Moses like which commanded the Lord unto him, Athawa. So it was done. Khan Aisha. Waya Amarwa Benaiah Yasha'ala. And he said unto the sons of Israel, or Slakia, and they said, the sons of Israel unto Moses, Al Mashah, La Amar Hana, right, to say, behold, we expire, Gawai Nawa, we perish, Abad Nawa, all of us, call Nawa, Abad Nawa, right, we perish, right, because what did the Lord do, right, after the children of Israel tempted the Lord, right? Let's get that actually. Verse 6, Numbers 17, Slakia, 16. Let's get that precept. Numbers 16. See if we can get that. Numbers 16:35, and there came out a fire from the Lord, and the 250 men that offered incense. So this is what the Lord did this time again, although it doesn't have to say that, right? So the Lord said, right, unto the chariot, right, which was in a cloud, right, by day, and pillar of fire by night, right? He said unto that angel, right, send down the lasers, right? So the lasers, you know, came down from the heavens, from the chariot, you know. The Lord commanded it, and they started, right, to be destroyed once again, right? Verse 28, call Hakwarab, meaning all that approach to come near unto the tabernacle, Al Mashakan of the Lord Yahweh. They died, right? Yamawath, right? And then the people said, Ha'im, meaning lo, we are consumed. Thamnawa, right? Because that word thama, right, it just means sincerity, right? It means to complete, as in to consume, to destroy, right? To consume, right? So the people were saying, as the chariots were hitting them with the lasers, lo, we are consumed, right? And to perish, right? Or Salakia, to expire, lagawai, right? We're going to go into those two words, ha'im and lagawai, right? Salakia. Let's see. Let me just delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Right. Let's get that word first. Salakia. Salakia, bear with me. Children of Israel. Alright, Gawai, which means to expire, right? As in to take your last breath. Gawai, to breathe out one's life, to expire. To expire, perish, die, right? The Arabic says, a guy. Hey, guy. Fuck out. Hey, what are you doing? Guy. You're gonna die, guy. It's retarded. So Gawai means to expire, right? So this is why the Lord destroyed them, right? Because they were tarrying, procrastinating, rebelling, right? Against the mouth of the Lord, right? So this is the account, right? So it says, right, that word ha'im, right? Because im means if, but it also means lo, as in lo, look here, right? It's another way to say behold, right? Which would be you would say lo, look here, it would be uh nabat, meaning lo, look here, right? You would say shum or pa, right? Which means here, right? I think that is what it is. Let me see. Look. Salakia. Yeah, nabat. To look, right? So let's see. Salakia. I'm Strong's H518. Used very widely. Low, right? If, right? I'm just reading the ones that make sense, right? If, conditional clauses, right? The Aramaic says an, right? Meaning if and. Let's see. Allah, meaning if not or except. an, if not, except. The Arabic says an, if. Let's see. Let's see. Assyrian Ummah, also in Arabic an, right? Or um, fucking bug out. I'm, right? So it says, see what we can get. The Arabic says un, right? Truly, certainly, behold, lo. Let's see what else we can get. Let's see. The Syriac says ha, meaning low. So to them it would be ha. Ha 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 ha. It's retarded. Make no goddamn sense. Let's see. Let's see. So yeah, that's just what it means, right? So with that, it's Numbers chapter 17, going to the Hebrew. It's Brother Yatazadak, Hero Israel. Lord willing, you were edified. As always, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Kwam Yasha Allah, Bad Babal, Shalom.